world you see is a grand illusion built on $15 trillion of net debt. Do not trust my words. Look closely at the data. While the fiat system dies a slow death from inflation, a new standard of value is born. It is not shiny like gold. It generates heat. Welcome to the era of cold gold, where compute power is the only true measure of reality. This is the ultimate shift in global power structures. Everything you thought was stable is melting away. The paper promises of central banks are being replaced by the raw physics of silicon and electricity. We are witnessing the end of an era. The currency of the future is not printed on paper. It is forged in the heat of processors. Power has moved from the vault to the server rack. This $15 trillion gap is being filled by the machines that run our world. Compute power is the new oil, the new gold, and the new weapon of mass financial destruction for those left holding on to the old ways. The old world is insolvent. The new world is being computed. The transition is violent, silent, and happening right under your feet at light speed. Cold gold refers to the frozen logic of the chip, waiting to be activated by the energy of 1,000 suns to solve human problems. This is the heartbeat of the new economy. If you cannot compute, you do not exist in the financial landscape of the next decade. Gold was the anchor of the past, but silicon is the engine of the future. The era of physical gold is over. Cold gold reigns. Compare the two worlds. One is based on digging in the dirt. The other is based on manipulating the very atoms of the universe. Look at the charts. The market has already decided. Capital is fleeing the old stores of value and rushing into the infrastructure of intelligence. And inside this chip lies a city of logic more complex than any human metropolis. This is where the world's wealth is currently being stored. The geography of power has changed. Control of the supply chain for these chips is now more important than control of the oil fields. The H100 is no longer just a component. It is a reserve asset. Companies are hoarding compute power like they used to hoard gold bars. Why do we call it cold gold? Because its value is dictated by the laws of physics and the scarcity of high-end semiconductor manufacturing. The open interest in this sector is dwarfing traditional finance. This is a migration of trillions from paper claims to physical computing reality. Every nanometer on this wafer represents a unit of economic potential that fiat currency can no longer match in terms of real value. Energy is the blood of the system. Without it, the compute power is useless. The search for cheap, abundant power is the new gold rush. We are in a race against time. The old financial system is a ticking bomb, and compute power is the only escape hatch available. This is the new bank. Your wealth is no longer a number in a ledger. It is the ability to process data at massive scales. The physical world is merging with the digital. Those who control the compute control the future of the human race and its economy. Welcome to the fortress of data. This is where the $15 trillion war is being fought, one floating point operation at a time. Look at the flow of energy. Hedge funds are no longer just buying stocks. They are buying the very power plants that run these. Nuclear energy is being revived for one purpose: to feed the insatiable hunger of the machines that calculate our new financial reality. The power consumption of these centers now exceeds that of many countries. This is the physical footprint of the new world's wealth. The value of a teraflop is becoming more stable than the value of a dollar. Compute is the only asset that cannot be faked. A counterparty risk in traditional banks is reaching a breaking point, but the laws of thermodynamics remain absolute and trustworthy for the elites. The old system is being erased by machines that never sleep, consuming gigawatts of power every hour to maintain the new ledger. Follow the energy and you will find the truth. The wealth is moving to where the power is being transformed into pure intelligence. This is the infrastructure of the future. It is massive, cold, and indifferent to the political squabbles of the fading paper world. The speed of transactions is now limited only by the speed of light. The old banking systems are simply too slow to survive. When the switch is flipped, the old world goes dark. Only those with their own power and compute will remain illuminated in the shift. Complexity is the new barrier to entry. You can no longer just print your way out of a crisis when the currency is compute. The network is global and extraterrestrial. It is a decentralized fortress that no single government can fully control or shut down. The time of the bankers is over. The time of the engineers and the physicists has begun.
We look forward to the future.
The $15 trillion move is real. Behind closed doors, the elite have already made their choice. They are trading their paper assets for silicon and energy infrastructure right now. The transition of wealth is silent but total. The giants of the past are being hollowed out to fund the giants of the future. $15 trillion. That is the scale of the most brilliant capital flight in human history. It is a mass exodus to safety. When implied volatility spikes, the smart money is already gone. They have moved into cold gold to wait out the coming financial storm. The walls of the old financial fortress are falling. What lies behind them is a system built on pure calculation and unbreakable logic. Don't believe what they say on the news. And I look at where the private equity firms are putting their money, energy, and chips. The rules of the game are being rewritten. The winners will be those who own the means of computation, not those who own debt. It is a binary choice. You are either part of the network or you are a victim of its efficiency and its total dominance. The New World Order is not political, it is technical. It is a web of data centers and power grids that bypass traditional borders. The machinery of the global economy is being upgraded. The old gears are grinding to a halt, replaced by silent, efficient processors. Every transaction in the new system is verified by the laws of physics, not by the promises of a central bank governor. There is no place to hide from this transition. It is happening in the oceans, in the deserts, and in the very air around us. Humanity's collective intelligence is being backed up onto silicon. This is the ultimate insurance policy for the elite in a failing world. The message is clear for those who can read the signs. The old world is a sinking ship, and the lifeboats are made of silicon. The sun itself is being harnessed to fuel the computation of our future. This is the ultimate form of energy-backed currency. Fiat currency is just a promise, and promises can be broken. We are entering the era where those broken promises will finally have consequences. While the streets are in turmoil, the machines remain calm. They are the new arbiters of value, unaffected by human emotion or politics. In this new era, the weight of a single chip far exceeds the value of a ton of paper currency. Reality has returned. Counterparty risk will be the silent killer of your bank account. If you don't hold the physical asset, you don't own anything at all. The belief in the old system is shattering. We are seeing the end of trust-based money and the start of energy-based assets. When the realization hits, it will be too late for most. Some of the $15 trillion have already found their new home in the cloud. The digital transformation is not a trend. It is a total takeover of the physical world by the laws of computing. This heat is the signature of work being done. In the new economy, if there is no heat, there is no value being created. The relics of the past are being buried. Only the most efficient and powerful systems will survive the transition to the Wanglan era. We are crossing a bridge that only goes one way. There is no going back to the way things were before the compute wars. The noise you hear is the sound of the old world dying. It is an uncomfortable, high-pressure shift that will redefine everything you know. Don't trust me. Verify the data yourself. Look at the energy consumption of hyperscale centers and the global inventory of H100 chips. The evidence is everywhere if you know where to look. The world's resources are being diverted to feed the machines of the new elite. The world you knew is dissolving under your feet. The $15 trillion have already picked their side. The question is, have you? Will you keep your paper promises, or will you stand with the power of computation? The choice is yours, but the time is short. This is a war of nanometers and watts. It is the most precise and energy-intensive conflict in human history, fought in the shadows. The future is cold, calculated, and powered by the sun and the atom. There is no room for the inefficiency of the past here. The reset has begun. When the lights come back on, the financial world will be unrecognizable to those who haven't prepared for the shift. This is the new territory. Every micron of this silicon is a battlefield where the wealth of the next century is being won. Master the machine, or be mastered by it. In the era of cold gold, knowledge of the system is the only true wealth. The era of cold gold is not a prediction, it is a current reality. The shift is final. The old system is gone forever. The future is cold. It is a world of logic, energy, and absolute physical value. Prepare yourself for the new standard of power. Good luck. You will need it in the world that is coming. The compute war has only just begun. Watch the data always.